Alright guys, we're back again tonight. This is Fosh Barton here. We're going to be streaming some modern. Currently in front of us we have a donation deck that was submitted to us. It's basically just good old Miracles mechanic. Basically what we want to be doing with this deck is control the board with some remand, Path to Exile, manipulate our draws a little bit here with the search, opt and serum visions, and then obviously jace the mind sculptor and riverwise augur give us that brainstorm ability that's going to be super powerful when it comes to the miracle cards like entreat the angels and terminus is our board wipe of choice in this deck. Basically it's 6 mana to hardcast it, or we can just miracle for 1 white. Like basically if we draw this card for the first card for turn, we can just like pay the mana of a Path of Exile and just like board wipe our opponent, and that's very strong. The Entreat the Angels and Celestial Colonnades, and I mean I guess technically you can count Snapcaster as well for some beats, is our win cons. Basically what we want to be doing is resolve and Entreat the Angel, preferably off of the miracle cost. Realistically, if it's not for the miracle cost, we're probably not putting more than like 1 angel in play. But if we miracle that card, basically what it's going to allow us to do is for 2 white and X. So if we draw it and we get to miracle it for like 4 mana, we're just slapping 8 power onto the board, and we're probably not wanting to do that. Give me just 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Sounds like a buddy of mine requested my link, and it is not currently working. Let's see if I can help him fix that really quick. Sorry about that. Thank you, Smooth, for the follow. Right now, if you enjoy what you're seeing and you have any friends that enjoy watching Magic the Gathering or even other gaming content in general, feel free to send them a link to my stream. And basically what we're trying to do at this point right now is basically what we're trying to do at this point is the only thing holding us back from getting to affiliate on this stream, which is one of the Twitch perks per se. The only thing holding us back from that at this point is the 50 followers. So if you have some friends who like to watch some gaming content, feel free to send them on over and have them check out my streams. Once we get to affiliate, we obviously I get access to some more perks, which in turn will allow me to give you guys access to more perks. So all right, so what we're going to do here, we're just going to go ahead and I gave a quick rundown of what the deck is supposed to be doing. Basically, we want to use these cantrips to just manipulate our top deck as much as we possible while controlling the board a little bit, and then just like floop some angels into play and just beat them down with some 4/4 flyers. That's basically the game plan. So we're going to see how it goes. Let's go ahead and we're going to fire this right up into a competitive Modern League. Hoping for the 5-0. The 5-0, the person who submitted this deck list and paid for this donation league, is also probably submitting, because I did tell them if we 4-1 or 5-0 with this league, we will definitely be running it probably quite a few more times in the future. We might even run it again if we 3-2. But I would like to move on to some other decks and brew some other ideas as well, especially with the Jace and Bloodbraid unbanning. So it's one of those things, like if we 3-2, we will probably play it again sometime in the future, but it might not necessarily be right away. So all right, well, that didn't take long. Found a match right away. We're just gonna go ahead and jump right in on this. All right, yep, we'll take the play. This is... Oh, that's so horrible for us. So horrible for us. I don't think we keep this, like, just because we have 2 Terminus in our opener. We're gonna mulligan. This is a little awkward. Like, we have the Jace, which is going to allow us at some point to put this Terminus back on top of our deck at some point. But because this is only a blue source, we don't have access to Path if we don't hit another land. I feel like this is a very risky keep. Huh. Our opponent kept his 7. I feel like we're gonna ship this back one more. Like, we have plenty of cantrips to be able to draw our way out of a semi-meh hand. I think we're gonna keep this. We have some interaction via Path to Exile. Hopefully we can draw some cantrips. Yeah, like a Serum Vision is definitely a very good way to draw. We're just gonna play the Colonnade here and pass. I'm not exactly sure what our opponent is doing. Like, maybe he's like AFK at this point. I'm not really sure. Taking this long to decide to play a land or do something of that sort. Tar Pit. So he's probably on a Grixis deck now at this point. He probably is on like some form of blue-black or Grixis that just slotted Jace in. A lot of people are doing that right now, trying to figure out what is going to be the best way to play Jace. So we drew a Plains. We really want this land, and the Path doesn't hurt either. It gives us some interaction. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go Path on top, Island on top. Oh, we should definitely play our land for turn. Pass it back. That way we can draw the island next turn, or Field of Ruin him. We can always Field of Ruin as well if he just doesn't do a whole lot. Path is probably bad, so we actually probably should have, because we already have 2 Path to Exiles, we probably should have bottomed that Path. You got it. You got it. Thoughtseize. So he knows we're on Miracles at this point. Like, there's just no other control deck that's going to be running Terminus unless you're playing Miracles. So he's definitely aware of our game plan at this point. Makes things a little awkward for us. I was kind of hoping to keep that a little bit of a secret, but to an extent, but it is what it is. Sorry about that. Maybe he just like missed his second land drop. That would be really good for us. No? Alright. Our opponent's like playing very slowly though. So like if we just go like crazy long with these games, like we could just possibly time him out if he doesn't start picking up his pace a little bit. So he went bottom top with that, so he definitely likes what he's drawing next turn. Do we Field of Ruin him here? Because he left his card on top, so he wants to draw the card that is on top of his deck. So I think we might just Field of Ruin him here. Get this Tar Pit. Like, it disrupts his scry. We're gonna get an island. There could have been some merit to getting Path, but like, I'm assuming he's on some form of a control build, so he's probably not just like jamming a creature in our face. So this Path is just probably a bad card. Getting the Plains for the Path is what I meant, not getting Path. Field of Ruin, search for path to exile. That's what we need to do. That seems like a legal play, right? So he's on Sultai? It's a little weird. He's probably just gonna Thoughtseize us here. So yeah, we probably should have just got the planes. I mean, we do have a path. Or no, because we Field the Ruined, we shuffled that path away. So this is a little bit awkward for us, but I don't think we have to be concerned like a whole lot with just getting beat down in 10 turns with a Snapcaster Mage. Really would have loved to see, and he took the Terminus, so that makes me think like he's probably on more of a mid-range build, not necessarily a control build. I think we're just gonna take 2 here in case he tries to like jam something else in our face, like a Tarmogoyf or something of that sort. Because that could be why he did it as well. Because like instant sorcery lands, like it wouldn't be a big Tarmogoyf, but it'd be a 3/4. It's definitely a relevant threat. Or Grimflayer. Grimflayer is a card as well. Tarmogoyf. Yep. See, I would much rather be pathing this Tarmogoyf than. I think what would be really awesome for us here is to just like rip Entreat the Angels either this turn or next turn off the top deck, and just like be able to just like this turn, because he's probably not countering it with just an island. So like if we just like rip Entreat the Angels and poop some 4/4 flyers into play, we can just put them on a 2-turn clock. All right, so Field of Ruin. That's a little awkward. I think we're just gonna ship it back. We have plenty of lands. We don't really need to be drawing lands anymore at this point. So before the end of his turn, at some point, we're gonna blow this tar pit up. Doesn't have hexproof, does it? Just can't be blacked. Yeah. Yeah. Target this tar pit. So we're just gonna get an island. Like, we have a plains in our hand, so we have plenty of mana. I'm gonna take 2 again. Entreat, yeah. Yeah, I would do things are a little awkward here, because if he has a remand, like, we'll still get to recast it, but if he has a mana leak, yes, I would like to reveal it. That is so I'm not super familiar with miracles. Like, do we cast it now, or do we pass priority back over? Someone who's dealt with miracles on Magic Online, explain that to me if you guys know. Okay, now we cast it. Okay. So I think we're just gonna like try and poop it into play with 3. Like, if he mana leaks us, we're gonna be a little sad, or remands it. If we're not gonna be too mad if he remands it. All right, he let it resolve, so that's a good sign. So we're just gonna ship it back then. Like he's not in great shape. Me tapping out also tells him that I'm not holding counter spells though. Just gonna play our land. Like I'm not gonna try and bluff him. Like yeah, abrupt decay. He's probably got like abrupt decay, fatal push. I mean, he's a black deck. He's a Sultai deck, so that tells me he's probably just he probably just has like a bunch of answers to this. Spreading sees my colonnade. Yeah, sure. I mean, he's still on a 2-turn clock. Like if he can't deal with the angel tokens, he's still on a 2-turn clock even without the colonnade. I would have really liked keeping the colonnade there. Like I think we're just gonna take 2 here. Don't want to like risk any stupid shenanigans. Yeah, we're just gonna take 2. We're gonna go to 14. Maybe he's just like flooding out. That would be super good for us. Oh, this is great. This is gonna be so great. So what we get to do at his end step, we're gonna put this Entreat the Angels back on top of our deck. Yeah. So we're in a pretty good spot. We're gonna be able to put this Entreat the, like unless he draws like Thoughtseize or Inquisition or something to rip either this or no, because it puts it back on top of our deck, so actually doesn't he put it in our hand? All right, so sideboarding here against like a Sultai mid-range. I'm thinking Elspeth Sun's Champion is probably a good in. It deals with Tarmogoyfs and Gurmag Anglers and Tossigers. What else are we taking out, guys? Get some opinion here from chat. Like what are we thinking? What are we thinking is our ins and outs? Like I kind of want to bring in these dispels. Like I feel like those are going to be very good in battling. Like if he brings in some form of counter magic or something of that sort. Maybe we just bring in like 1 dispel, drop an opt. Are we dropping Riverwise Augur? Oh, lovely. We have to restart Magic Online. So we may be able to just like... It's going to be very unfortunate for us because it's not going to let us sideboard probably now, because by the time we reboot in, it's... So we might be able to just like loop this as a free league because of Magic Online being horrible. Depends on if it lets us sideboard. We if it doesn't, like, and we end up losing because of it, we could end up just like filing a complaint. But it's not something I particularly like to do. Like Magic Online is straight freaking out. Yeah, like, come on, Magic Online, you can do it. I have faith in you. All right, so we're bringing in the Elspeth. I think we just take out an opt. Do we take out the Riverwise Augur? I think we take out Riverwise Augur. Probably for... Maybe we just bring in a negate. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Seems fine. Seems like a fine sideboard plan. Magic Online's already crashing on us, and we're in our first match, and Magic Online is crashing. It's not a good sign. See, this is where like I said, you need to be aware that you can mulligan with this deck. Like, you don't have to be afraid to mulligan because we're on 4 telling times, 4 spreading, or 4 serum visions. It's a little awkward. Like, do we just keep it here? Like, he's probably not representing a heavy clock. We get a scry. Nah, I think we throw it back one more time. This will keep. We have path and search. We'll leave the telling time on top. He's gonna Thoughtseize us. Oh, he's gonna Inquisition us. They almost do the same thing in this situation, just he can't take our jace. Yeah, he's gonna take the search. Like, that's the clear answer there. Colonnade tapped, ship it back over to him. It's gonna be the play. If we draw an untapped land here, we're probably not playing this Colonnade, though. It's a little awkward. He's definitely probably taking our jace here. It depends on if he has a threat and he's going to try and race us. He may just take the path. Yeah, so he's probably looking to do the grind game here. Or he might just Thoughtseize us or something again. Nope, Spellbomb. Okay. So that's a little awkward, like we're not doing anything with our graveyard, but that's okay. We're just going to play another Colonnade, since we're on, like, mono Colonnades, apparently. Oh, it's a little awkward. So he's going to snap Thoughtseize us, probably. Or probably Inquisition. Like, is it the Thoughtseize? It's the Inquisition. So I think we just leave him with an option. Like, let him have choice here. Like, he's down to 2 cards. If he... Okay, I was gonna say, if he takes path, then we can just use telling time to dig. Alright, Colonnade. Drew a Rayman. It's not a bad draw. Especially if he tries to, like, jam another threat here. I think we're just going to take 2. Like, in case he goes second main shenanigans. Yeah, he's exile my graveyard, draw a card. Seems fine. Alright, so he's shipping it back. So I think now we're going to path here. Maybe we don't path. Actually, I don't think we path here, because, like, if he drew into a Tarmogoyf, we're just gonna ship back, see what he does. We're ahead on clock, not by much, but if we stay alert of our time situation here, like, it's always good to be ahead on clock in a grindy match like this. Because then if, like, he takes this game and we grind out a game 3, if we stay ahead on clock, like, we just time him out. Like, that's how Magic Online works. So he's gonna go to combat here. Yeah, I think we're just gonna path this. Maybe not. Maybe we just take another beat for 2. Like, that seems fine. Like, we're not losing quickly to a Snapcaster Mage. Do we remand here? Do we remand? I think we just let the Thoughtseize resolve. Like, that seems fine. Like, he can take his choice. Like, this is going to answer future things. This answers anything he puts on the board. Like, seems fine. Okay. So we're going to crack this fetch. Had he not taken our Jace, I would possibly leave it there. All right, so we're just on double path. Like, we're just going to pass back to him. Like, we have answers. He has 2 cards in hand. We have the answers to his board in anything he plays in the future. Yeah, now I think we're just going to path this. It puts him ahead, even farther ahead on mana, which is a little awkward, but I think it's fine. Liliana, the Veil's a little bad for us. I'm glad we got the Snapcaster out of there, though. Yeah, so we're each going to discard. He's probably he pitched a Pulse. Okay, that seems fine. Like, he has stripped our resources. He's just ticking up his Lily at this point. So that means he's probably not drawing much of anything at all either. Like, land here is fine, because we're going to force him to have an answer to this Colonnade. Like, we're just going to put his Liliana down to 1. Like, there's some merit to just, like, crunching at him. Like, if he has an answer to the Colonnade. If an opponent would draw a card except the first one, skip that draw, and he draws a card. Okay. Yeah, so we probably should have just attacked him and tried to race here. Like, we're not in a great spot, but, like, if he doesn't draw answers to our Colonnade, that is a problem for us. We really need an answer to that Tarmogoyf. That's our answer. That's our answer, folks. Actually, I think I'm just going to pass it back over to him. Because if he doesn't Liliana pre-combat, we can activate Colonnade, block this, and then tap it to path the Goyf. So he's just swinging the Goyf. So we're just going to path here. Hopefully he doesn't have a counterspell. Okay. So I think at this point, like, unless he just jams another Goyf here, like, we're probably just going to try and race him. Like, he's on a 3-turn clock, we're on a 4-turn clock with the current board. So maybe there's some merit to getting the Liliana off the board. Like, what do you guys think? Like, do we take the Liliana off the board? I don't think we care. Like, I think we just attack him. Like, we're just going to try and race him here. Because, like, it forces him. He has to draw an answer. Like, he has to draw an answer. He's at 6. We're going to go to 9 off this Notion Thief. Yeah, so he's just blanking on draw steps here. That is the best thing we could have drawn here. Yeah, because now we just get to attack him, and then we have path still. Yeah, so he's not, our opponent is in a very bad spot. Yeah, we're just gonna path this just to conserve our life a little bit. If he was smart, he would have forced the path, taking up the Liliana first. So yeah, we're just gonna stick with our guns here, and hopefully he doesn't have a fatal push. So far, this deck seems okay. Like it has answers to a lot of things. I feel like it might struggle a little bit. Like even though we're probably gonna win this match, I feel like it probably struggles a little bit against the black decks. Waiting to pay cost. So is he fatal pushing us here? Yeah. So I think we just let this happen. Like it forces us. That means he drew the fatal push. That's probably why he didn't take up the Liliana. Like we could have remanded it, but that just doesn't do anything. It puts it back in his hand. And then he's going to make us discard whatever we draw off of the Liliana of the Veil. All right. So we picked up game 1. That's a good start. I'm okay with that. That seems pretty good. Take a minute here just to make sure everything's running efficiently here for you guys. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right back into another match. So we're off to a good start for that 5-0 or 4-1 to continue to play this deck quite a bit. Yes, we'd love to take the play. This is a little awkward. I feel like I feel like this is a trap because we don't have blue mana for any of our draw spells. Like if this was an island, or yeah, if this was an island or a blue source, this is a snap keep hand. I feel like we're gonna pitch it back though. This is a little bit better. We have some interaction. Yeah, we'll keep this. Plus we get a scribe. Yeah, we'll just chain some visions together. See what we can do. Hey, Decade of Pain. How you doing today? So I think we top bot, or no, we probably just top here, right? I think we go top, because then we can go visions and then like the following turn snap visions. So we can just chain like a butt ton of serum visions here and just dig and set up something that we really want to be doing. I don't think I cast serum visions here. Just in case he has another Eldrazi temple, we're going to be in a really bad spot if he thought not seers us. I think we're just going to ship it back. Because then we can, like, if he thought not seers us or something of that sort, we can remand him, which still draws us the Field of Ruin. So he's not thought not seering us. Leonin Arbiter. That's a little awkward. I feel like we're going to remand that. We probably don't want that in play, right? Yeah. There's a good chance it resolves, but we're gonna see our visions now. So we drew another remand. Well, I think we're gonna go top the path, top the search. And then we will play our Celestial Colonnade here. Hopefully he doesn't just like Arbiter Ghost Quarter us. That's going to be really bad. Like, I was kind of hoping to hit another colored land there. So that way if he did try and do that, like a white source, we could have went path. Yeah, so we're just in a bad spot. Like, we're so far behind now. Yeah. Oh, he's going to Thought Not Seer us. That's actually super fine. Like, I love seeing a Thought Not Seer there instead of Leon and Arbiter Ghost Quarter the Colonnade. Oh, all right. Yeah, we got a pretty good hand opponent. I feel like this isn't a great matchup. Like, out of the sideboard, he can bring in some hand disruption. What did he take? Our Snapcaster Mage? That's fine. So we're just going to play Field of Ruin. Play Search. Do we play Search here? Yeah, we play Search. And I believe we just ship it back. Like, we have Path, we have Remand. Like, there's a lot of things that we can do still. I think we just take 4, right? Yeah, we just take 4 because then if we don't just take 4, then he can Ghost Quarter Ghost Quarter lock us with the Leon and Arbiter. Maybe we just don't let it resolve. Like, do we just not let it? I think we just don't let it resolve again, right? Like, because then even if he has another white source, he can just like replay it. But then it puts us on triple path. Yeah, we're fine here. All right, so we get to look at our top card. Do we want an opt? Yeah, I think we want an opt. No, we want to leave that. We really would like to find another white source here. This one I don't think we want. Bottom. Telling time's not great. So we're just going to ship it back, see what he does. Like, we may end up just, like, telling time, trying to set up, like, Terminus or something stupid. Huh. I think we're just going to take another hit. Like, it's... Yeah, you have to utilize your life total as a resource sometimes. Like, I don't want to openly... Like, if I had another white source, I would path this. But because I don't... Alright, so he's not... In response to that, we're gonna path this. Like, get this out of here. We're done. Like, we don't... We can't beat multiple... Took our Snapcaster again. That's a little awkward. All right. So we got a search trigger. No, we definitely want that hallowed fountain. Do we shock it in here though? Like, do we shock it in? I think we do, because then we can Field of Ruin this Eldrazi temple. And have double path or telling time. Maybe we don't. Like, maybe we don't shock it in, because it, like, we still have, or no, because we definitely want to be repping double path. So yeah, we're just going to shock it. We're going to pass it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a good chance our search is flipping then on our next turn as well. Like, do we flip the search? That's the question, guys. Do we flip search? Yeah, we're going to pass this time. It's gonna hurt a little bit. Like if he goes double Leonin Arbiter, like that's gonna hurt us a little bit. I think we telling time. Like at this point, right? We telling time here. Pick a card to put in our hand. Jace seems good in our hand. That seems good. Yeah, I think that's fine. Like, that's fine at this point. Oh, he's just going to Blade Splicer. So I think we're not in a bad spot. Like, we're probably just going to path here. Jace to brainstorm and try and set up something for next turn. Yeah, that seems more than reasonable. Yeah. So we're going to go past this Arbiter because I don't want you shutting off my stuff. Do we want that fetch land? I think we do, because if we hit bad on this Jace, we can like dump some lands and fetch out of it. So I think we're going to draw the fetch land. Do we transform search? That's the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have 6 lands. I don't think we transform search. Like, I think we just jam a Jace here. We're going to brainstorm. So our draws haven't been great. They haven't been super great. I think we're going to put these 2 lands back on top of our deck. Probably going to shuffle out of that on our turn. If he swings the Blade Splicer, though, like, it depends on where he swings everything. Like, do we save our Jace? I think we save our Jace. I think we just, like, shuffle that poop away and block the Golem, right? I'm just going to, like, target a path here, even though we can't do anything. Move to blocks. We're going to block your Golem. We kind of want our Jace to stay alive for another turn. Like, it's a threat that he has to deal with. We're like super behind on clock, so that's not good for us. Thalia. That's a little awkward for us, but that's okay. Oh, this is really bad for us. Like, he just super sandbagged the Leonin Arbiter. I think we're just dead. Yeah, I think we're putting Remand in the grave. And I think we're flipping this. We need the lands. And treat. See, that's where this is very awkward. Like, had he not jammed this Leonin Arbiter, we could have went and got plains, and just jammed a butt ton of 4/4s. I think we're just dead. So I think we just brainstorm. So if we put... I think we're just dead. Like, we don't have any way to... We needed a white source there. Like, if we drew a white source, we could have got there because we can feel the ruin and then, like, search and then, like, let him kill our Jace and then entreat the angels. So 1, 2, 1, 2, search, bam. Yeah, we're just dead. We're just gonna go to the next game. Like, we weren't winning that. We really needed him not to just, like, jam that and blow up our white sources. We're gonna bring in an Elspeth. Elspeth seems fine. Bring in another board wipe. Seems good, right? Telling times seems a little clunky. Maybe not. Like, maybe we just drop, like, a Remand and the Riverwise Augur. What do you think? What do you guys think? Are we just, like, dropping Riverwise Augur here? That seems fine. Yeah. Do we bring in the surgicals, like to take out his Leonin Arbiters, because, like, those are a pain? Like, I think we probably do. I think we just go down to 2 remands. Like, we don't... He's going to be recasting his spells anyway, so it doesn't bother us a lot. I think we're going to go with that. Seems fine. Yeah. So that was a little unfortunate. This is horrible. We're throwing this hand back. Like, we have all of our Entreat the Angels. I think we keep this one. Like, we have Path, we have Fetch Path, Feel the Ruin, things of that sort. I think we keep. Especially with a Scry. I think we're going to top that. Play the Flooded Strand and ship it. I'm a very exciting guy. Is that sarcasm? Is that sarcasm? Are you saying that I'm being dull and boring? Is that what you're saying, Decade of Pain? Like, I'm playing your deck. Like, this was your donation deck. Like, am I not being exciting enough with this deck? Or are you being, like, serious? Like, this is super exciting? Because I highly doubt that. Like, I can't say that it's dull and boring, but I know I'm not the most exciting guy on the planet. Please just jam a Leonin Arbiter here. If he just jams Leonin Arbiter, like, we can just blow him out by going, like, Field of Ruin, kill his Shambling Vat. Alright, we're gonna get a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Alright, we're gonna play this Search. Get this roll in. Next turn we can start jamming Jace. Just gonna tick this up. After this match, I'm probably gonna have to AFK for just a moment and go get some refreshment. Thalia, that's a little awkward. That turns our Jace off, right? Yeah. I think it's fine though. Do we want the polluted delta? Like, yeah, we probably just want this polluted delta. I don't think we're gonna path this Thalia just because, like, if he Leonin Arbiters us next turn, we're in bad shape. This is definitely probably not a great matchup for us. Like, it's definitely winnable. Like, it's not like it's an unwinnable matchup, but I think it's not good for us. Like, it doesn't have a lot of the hand disruption, but it disrupts our being able to fetch and do things of that sort. Alright, so we're going to crack this fetch. See if he cheats in his Leonin Arbiter. No? Alright, so we're going to just get a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Alright, so upkeep triggers. Do we want this Telling Time? I don't think we do. Like, I think we just pitch the Telling Time since we're jamming a Jace. Yeah, we're just going to pitch it. Like, Snapcaster seems like a much more reasonable draw. Yeah, I think it's time we just jam Jace. Draw 3 cards. Brainstorm. Good old Brainstorm in Modern. Seems good. I think we're just gonna go like Serum Visions back, Flooded Strand back. Because like then we could just jam like an Elspeth if he doesn't Leonin Arbiter Ghost Quarter. Seems fine. We're very far behind on clock. So he's got a Dark Confidant. So that tells me that he doesn't have a Leonin Arbiter because he did have the Ghost Quarters. He could have just like blew us out there with Leonin Arbiter. That's a little awkward, the Thalia. But I think we could just like bounce it with Jace. Like, unless he kills Jace with the Confidant and the Shambling Vent this turn. If he doesn't, we just bounce this and jam an Elspeth. And, like, we have a second Jace, so we're more than happy, like, if this takes 2 and goes to 1, to kill it off to bounce the Thalia. Yeah, he sees potential outs here. Like, he's killing our Jace. That's still fine, though. Like... Like, we still have, like, fetch lands. Yeah, we don't want that Flooded Strand in our graveyard. Like, we want to draw that. Like, we have Jace into Brainstorm again. And then we can go... No. That's actually not good. I think we have to go Snap Path Thalia on his turn. So yeah, we're just going to send it back. Hit a land off of his Bob. So it's a little awkward. We're behind on clock. This is not good either. Like, because we're behind on clock, like, he could just time us out if it goes into a grind. I think we're just gonna go like Snapcaster. Target the path to Thalia. Target this path. And we're gonna like cast this path. Target Thalia. Maybe he just Flicker Wisps his Thalia here. Because, like, if he does, like, we can go path block and it clears his board up. Yeah, Flicker Wisp, target is Bob. Seems fine. So he wants to try and outgrind us, is what he's telling us. That's a little awkward because, like, now this Elspeth just isn't super great. Like, we really could use like a Terminus here off the top. That would be really good for us. That hurts. I think we're just gonna fetch. Like, we still have a lot of outs. Surgical extraction. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in the graveyard. Like, it's just not good right now. Serum Visions. So, are we just dead? Like, do we just go Jace, Brainstorm? Yeah, I think we're just going to Brainstorm and try and set up a Terminus. I think we probably just lose this match. So he's blinking the Flicker Wisp. That seems fine. So what are we targeting with the Flicker Wisp? My Colonnade? Yeah, that seems fine. I should have floated mana, but oh well. Alright, so Entreat just isn't good. So our only line of play here is I think we're just dead. Are we just dead? So I think we go entreat on top. Serum Vision's on top. And the reason I'm doing that is I think if we path our own Snapcaster, it'll shuffle them away. Now I'm speaking like theoretically next turn, like on his upkeep. He has a Thought Nuts here, so that's really bad for us. Like we're probably just losing here. 2, 5, 7, 10. Go to 5. We have like path and then try and like opt into. Yeah, it's gonna kill the jace too. Seems fine. No, we're just gonna take it. We're just gonna take it, boss. That's what we're gonna do. That's how we roll. We're just gonna get punched in the face and shrug it off like nothing happened. He's taking our path here, like most definitely. He might take the Elspeth. Like maybe he's afraid of the Elspeth that we're gonna outgrind him. I think we just had bad draws. We just had like really bad draws this match. Yeah, we're just dead. Because we put, what did we put back on top? Yeah, because we don't have a way to shuffle now. So yeah, we're just dead. We're just gonna go to the next match. I am going to step away momentarily for just a second and go and get some more of something to drink. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so we're back. We're gonna go ahead and just jump right back into our next match. Decade of Pain says, dude, ... So what do you guys think about this deck? Like, I'm not set on the fact that this deck is great. Like, I'm a little torn. I think we keep this hand. Yeah, this hand seems fine. We have interaction. Have some dig spells. We had interaction until he decided to oh, is that just like our luck? Like, do we just pair up against the black decks all the freaking time? Yep. All right, so he took our dig spell. Like, that's a little awkward. I mean, I think we're fine. I mean, but like, is that our luck though? Like, is that like, come on, like, is that our luck? Like, we're just gonna constantly pair up against the the freaking black decks, like. I think we're gonna go ahead and top both of these. Like, having some interaction after next turn is going to be a good thing. Come on, Magic Online, register that I clicked OK. Thank you. You gotta love Magic Online though. Like, it's like, yeah, this is our online tabletop client for playing Magic the Gathering, but like, it's gonna crash constantly and like not register things and stupid stuff like that. All right, so we can shock here. Like, we have path or remand. Like, having interaction at this point is going to be a good thing, especially since we're a little bit behind. What on earth is... Give me just 1 second, guys. I was sending a message and like my stuff freaked out on me here. Good lord. All right, so we got a Dark Confidant trigger, of course, and then of course, like we pair. Not only do we constantly pair up against the the black decks, but then uh they just never hit with Bob. Like they always are just like, yep, here's a land. I get to draw an extra card for free. It's so, oh, good lord. Like come on. Like what are the odds that like we just pair up constantly against black decks when we decide to play blue decks? And they're just like, we're going to rip your hand apart and then like never take damage from our Dark Confidant. Yeah, we're just going to take a hit here. Like, hopefully he doesn't make us just like regret shocking this in because we didn't do anything with it. Yeah, all right. So in this case, we're just gonna path this Bob. We don't want him grinding us out with a Dark Confidant. Like we have a lot of interaction. Like we can do things. So we really want to hit a land here though. Like maybe the correct call was telling time there. I think the correct call was actually telling time. So we're just gonna visions. Try and set up some good draws coming up. Just gonna feel the ruin and ship it back over. So this was a donation deck. What that means is somebody decided to pay the cost of this league for me to play this deck in a league and see how it's going to do, basically to see if it's a deck that is going to run smoothly and consistently before they purchase it. That is one of the things that I am more than willing to do. It is $12 worth of tickets for me to play it through a competitive league, or $8 worth of tickets for me to play it through a non-competitive league, or aka a friendly league. So if you have a list, feel free to just like send it on over with a donation and what kind of league you'd like me to run it through, and I'd be more than willing to do that. So our opponent's thought seizing us here. This is a little awkward. Like he's probably taking the path on the Raging Ravine, right? I think we remand it and make him pay for it again, right? Plus we get to draw the colonnade we left on top. So he's got a Liliana of the Veil. It's a little awkward. I don't think this deck can like reasonably beat a black matchup. Like that's the issue that I'm seeing. Like they have 8 1-mana discard spells. They get to have Liliana of the Veil in the main deck, and they get to have Caligan's Command to hit off their Bloodbraid Elves, which is just hand disruption. And then I think we're just pitching this Terminus. And then out of the sideboard, they have the potential to bring in Collective Brutalities. So we just, like, as a control deck, we just don't get to do anything half the time. And that's just not good. Oh, lovely. And like we can't even play this Jace the Mind Sculptor. Like are we just dead? I think we're just dead. Like we're just like I mean maybe we're not, but I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Like I'm pretty sure we just lose here. Well, we're not in a good spot, that's for sure. Like I don't think we really have outs to beat two raging ravines and a Liliana of the Veil. So I think we're probably just losing. Yeah, each player discards. Sure. I think we're gonna discard the Reman. Yeah. Because like we can Telling Time try and set up something. Like even like an Entreat the Angels for 2 isn't horrible. Yeah, if he takes our Telling Time here, we're probably just gonna concede. Yeah, we're probably just dead. He took the Jace, and then now we have to stare down 2 Lilianas. I think we're just gonna go to the next game. Like we're not like what are the odds that we constantly like every just oh my lord. Every fucking match. Every match we're just like, hey, here's a black deck. Alright. So Elspeth seems fine. Negates or the Devastation Tide seems fine. Riverwise Augur comes out. Reman's coming out. Probably a Negates coming in. So we brought in Elspeth, Devastation Tide. Took out Remand, Augur. What else did we just bring in? We just brought in, or no, we didn't take out the Remand. We just moved the Remand. So we're bringing in Negate. Like I don't think they're bringing in Damnation. So I think we're just gonna bring in a Negate, dropped an Opt. Put us on. Maybe we bring in more Negates. Like the Remands, like they're gonna have. Why does it keep clicking? Click the Negate. Thank you, Magic Online. Magic Online, you gotta love this software. It's awesome. All right. I think it's fine, right? Yeah. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, we would love to take the play. Sounds very mediocre, but it could be anything. Like we have some draw, we have a Negate. We're gonna keep it. Like we're gonna fetch Shock Serum Visions here. Actually, I don't even think we fetch shock. I think we just get basic because we have colonnades. Seer visions. All right, so we just drew like mad gas. So we're gonna go bottom, top, pass turn. What? Our opponent just like doesn't have the I'm gonna rip your hand apart hand this game? Like that's very unusual. Like I don't know what to say about that. There's some merit to playing the colonnade there, but like I feel like I would rather just be like telling timing. Maybe he's gonna collect brutality us here. Then we can nab it with a negate as well. Like that seems fun. Dark Confidant. Alright, so we're gonna telling time. Oh, that's very awkward. Pick a card to put into our hand. We're gonna take the opt. Put the I feel like we put the entreat because we have a Jace the Mind Sculptor. Like we're active to be able to jam Jace and put that entreat the angels that we're gonna draw back. No, I would not like to reveal and entreat the angels. All right, so yeah, so we're just gonna ship it back over here. Oh, again with the Bloodstained Mire. Like again with the Bloodstained Mire. Every time. Every time. They never just like, here's a Dark Confidant. It's 2 mana creature, 2/1. It says I get to draw an extra card every turn. But I'm never going to take damage because I'm always going to reveal the land, and then the extra card that's going to be relevant is going to be the second draw. So it just digs me through my deck faster. Yeah, so we're just not beating this, right? Like he's got a Fulminator Mage, and we're just not beating it. Yeah, guess we'll leave that on top. I mean, our opponent isn't really representing like a heavy clock either. So yeah, we're just gonna pass back. Like telling time at his end step is probably gonna be the play. Hey, he took damage from his Dark Confidant. We did it, chat. We did it. He took damage off of his Dark Confidant. He didn't just like, hey, here's my 4th land and then draw the Dark Confidant. No. Or the Fulminator Mage. Like, it's just... Ugh. It's just the odds of, like, every single time I've joined a league with a blue deck, it's like 3 or 4 out of the 5 matches I play are green-black X decks. And they're just like, here, I'm going to rip your hand apart, and you don't get to play Magic. Have fun. And that's just, that's a little bit annoying. And it sucks that he drew a Fulminator Mage, because, like, he just blows up our other Colonnade again. Like, this is just dumb. Like, what are the odds that our opponent just, like, ripped Fulminator? Like, I think we're just going to Telling Time. We're so far behind here. Because, like, now we have to curve out to 4 mana still, play this Jace, put these entreats back on top, and, like, we're in a really bad spot. Like, needless to say, that's where we're at. We're in a really bad spot. Oh, we got him twice. We got him twice. He took Inquisition of Kozilek damage. 1 point. Oh, snap. Yeah, we're just going to negate this. Like, I don't want you touching anything in my hand. Like, leave me alone. I mean, we're not just dead. Like, because we negated that, if he doesn't rip, like, the Jace out of our hand here, we can go next turn, shock this, play Jace, put double entreat back on top of our deck. So, and then we can make some 4/4s. Yeah. Yeah, why would it not be the Liliana the Last Hope to just be like, here's my Fulminator Mage. Have fun. Yep. Awesome. Oh. So we're not fetching this. Like, we're not cracking this fetch because, like, Fulminator is non-basics. So... Alright, do we just jam Jace? Is that what we do? Do we just jam Jace, Brainstorm, put the entreats on top?
No, because like we can't even do that because then he just blows up the Hallowed Fountain, and we can't entreat again because it's double white, correct? Yeah, it's double white. So I think we just like we're just gonna play this tapped. And we're just gonna like remand that and hope to draw another land so that way we can just beat this Fulminator Mage. Yeah, because if we don't, we're just probably conceding. Like we're not. All right, all right, we're done here. We're done here. You still there, Decade of Pain? Still watching us play your donation deck list. So I can tell you right now, after two or couple rounds here, this deck is trash against black decks. Green Jund and probably like a blue black control shell or something of that sort. This deck is, I can't say it's trash. Like we have outs. You have a lot of interaction, but the deck is not very good against those decks that just say, "Hey, I'm gonna rip your hand apart," and there's nothing you could do about it. All right, so we're just gonna let this resolve. He's just gonna like rip the remand, fulminator, pow. We lose this game. Like, if he doesn't take our remand, I'll be super happy. But yep, there it went. So we're done. We're just gonna concede this game. We're not beating him. Whoops. Concede. All right. So we're 2-0 round one against like a Sultai mid range, and then now we have officially O2'd the last two rounds. So we're gonna go ahead and fire up into our fourth round, but I mean we can still 3-2, 3-2, and break even with this list, and then maybe make some changes and try and run it again. But I don't, I'm not a big fan of this deck. I'm really not. All right, so this isn't a great hand. Like we have some dig spells, a lot of dig spells, a couple remands. I think we're gonna keep it. Great. So we've already lost to this matchup before in round two, and the fact that he starts with T1 Aether Vial is really bad for us. So we drew a path. I think we're just gonna go top, top. Actually, I think we go, yeah, top, top. Had to determine the sequencing there because I want to be able to rep remands, but I didn't want to have to crack my polluted delta and shuffle. Awesome. It's already gonna try and go for the arbiter lock on us. So we're just gonna play this plains. Pass it back. Like, we're probably just losing. This is probably like one of the more. If he thought Nasir is Nasir, we're definitely just in a bad spot. Yeah, whatever. I'll take 2. Yeah. We're gonna remand this. Pass it back on over again. Yeah, I think we're gonna path this now. We're gonna go ahead and fetch. Hallowed Fountain tapped. And we're also gonna opt. See what we can get here. Get a good draw. I mean, jace is pretty good. Jace is pretty good, especially when we can like telling time. Yeah, we'll leave that on top. I like to draw jace. Oh, this is even better because like we can just like we just get to like jam jace this turn. Brainstorm. Try and set up some miracles. Nope. All right. So that's bad for us. Yeah, this is not exactly a good matchup for us. Oh, he's gonna thought out us again. Seems fine. Yeah, we're in a bad spot. Like I think we're just 1-3 dropping this league. I don't think this is where Jace needs to be. Like, I really don't. Like, it's definitely a very good shell for Jace to fit into, but I don't think this is the shell that like is going to be great in the meta. Get to brainstorm here. All right, so we're gonna go Feel the Rune back on top. Search back on top. Play this Flooded Strand. Or we already played our land. That's a little awkward for us. Yeah, we don't want him to have a Ghost Quarter. We're just going to ship it back over to him. I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching the stream tonight. It's a little late, but I told the person that sent this donation deck list in that I would go ahead and stream that tonight. I think I'm going to be a little busy tomorrow night, so I don't think I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow night. I haven't really determined whether or not I'm going to be able to or not. I hope I can, but I told them I would go ahead and stream it tonight since I wasn't sure. So my Jace is dead. Riverwise Augur's dead. So we are really needing to telling time here. Things are really bad. Oh, he's just attacking me. Like I think that's fine. Like that's probably fine. No, it's actually probably not fine because I think we just die. Yeah, we just concede here. Begin sideboarding. Like things are not good. Things are just not looking good for us tonight. All right, so once again, I think we just bring in Elspeth, Devastation Tide. I think that's probably about it. We're gonna take out a remand. I think we just take out 2 remands here. Like it's just not great against them. They're an Aether Vial deck. Yeah, I'd love to play first. Alright, so looks like this is not a keepable hand. Like, we're gonna ship this back. We don't even have colored mana. This is not great. I mean, we can Terminus off of that, so we'll keep. Leave that on top. Colonnade, ship it over. Yeah, because we can play this, ship the Terminus back to the top deck. Buys us some time. I think we just ship it back over to them. Like, this is a very much like a draw go control deck. Yeah, we're gonna fetch in response to this Leonin Arbiter. So I think we just play this tapped and pass. Like, play the Hallowed Fountain. That way we can pay for Leonin Arbiter if they Ghost Quarter us. Like, it's not looking good. Like, we can Riverwise Augur, but Oh. Yeah, now they can just start cheating things in off of Vial. That's really bad for us. Oh, we just punted. Like, ugh. I mean, maybe we don't like necessarily have to put the Terminus back on top there, but like we definitely probably should have. Like, because we could just not block and then like reset the Riverwise Augur and put it on the bottom. Like, I can't believe we just did that. Like, sometimes you just like miss. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I know what I was thinking. I was thinking he's gonna Ghost Quarter blow me out here, and I'm not gonna be able to search. So I was thinking I need the lands on top so that way I could draw them. But like the lands would have been perfectly fine in my hand. So I it was just like a huge mistake there on our part. But yeah, no, we don't want to use pass ability because we can't search anyway. All right, yeah, we're just dead. Like, so this deck's just not. It's not very great. Like, I'm not a fan of it. I don't. Everybody thought Jace the Mind Sculptor was gonna blow the modern meta up, and I don't think that's. I don't really think that that is the case. I feel like. It's more of. I think Bloodbraid Elf actually had more of an impact than Jace did. Like, it allows some of the Jund decks and like Teamer and things like that to allow them to come back into the format. And because of it, people trying to jam Jace and things like that, it's slowing the format down just a little bit. So like decks like this are going to be good. And then that's probably going to transition into like we need to be playing more aggressive decks. Gonna see our visions. I think we're just gonna bottom both here. Like, Snapcaster's good, but it's not that good. Especially when we don't like have anything but a Seer Visions in our graveyard. Pass it back over to our opponent. I would like to let everybody know that not only will we be playing Magic Online on my streams, we also will be. Yeah, we're just dead. We're just gonna concede here. Like, we're dead to a Sin Collector. We're just gonna drop. I would like to let everybody know that not only will we be playing Magic Online on our streams, we also are going to be playing other games, multiple different kinds of genres like Path of Exile, Diablo 3, Heroes of the Storm. I may even stream some Call of Duty, and like Fortnite, Battle Royale style games, stuff like that. And then obviously we'll be playing some Magic Online. So I like the philosophy of, and I will probably praise this a lot on my stream, is even though a lot of the games I just listed off can be competitive games such as Call of Duty and Magic and even Fortnite. They're fairly competitive games. I like to praise the fact that they are in fact a game, and you have to be able to have fun and enjoy playing a game. Otherwise, what is the point of playing a game? So, like we 1-3'd this league that we just played, and that's horrible. But like we played against two green black X decks, and twice against hate bears. Like those are probably, like, against miracles, those are probably the worst matchups you can get paired up against. So we played 4 of our worst matchups and we won 1. So it's not a horrible day. but you got to stay positive. Like, you have to be able to turn around and say, okay, so maybe this isn't the best deck to be playing right now. If I want to be on a competitive standpoint. So, I'm gonna brew up something different. Or if you would like to brew up something different, I am going to be setting up a donation queue. Or you can feel free to send me deck lists. And like I said, because it is a donation deck list or a part of the donation queue, what that means is you send me over the deck list, send me over $12, which is the cost of 12 ticks, which is the entry cost of a league. Like, to join this league again, it would be 12 tickets. Okay, so what that costs is $12. So if you would like me to run your deck through a competitive league, I am willing to do that. So you can potentially save yourself a lot of money. I'm not spending $500, $600, $700 on a Magic deck on Magic Online or on Paper Magic. Like in this situation, Decade of Pain sent us this list. We worked together on it a little bit earlier and tweaked it just a tidbit, and it ended up going 1-3. Like, this is not a deck that I would recommend buying into, especially when Jace the Mind Sculptors and Snapcaster Mages and Celestial Colonnades are like $50+ cards. So it's gonna run you $600, $700, $800 at least to build this deck in real life. And I think it's right around $400 on Magic Online. So he spent $12 and let me stream this content for you guys and show that it's not a great deck in the meta right now. Like, I feel like it's something you probably shouldn't be playing. Also, if you have just like a fun meme deck, like it's more of like a funny wombo combo that you would like to see somebody play on a stream, you can also do that through the donation queue. And if you would like to, instead of running it through a competitive league, they do offer friendly leagues on here. Let's go to the play lobby. They do also offer, like, modern or for standard as well, friendly leagues, and those are only 8 tickets, I believe. Yes, 8 tickets. So that would be the equivalency of $8. So send over a list of a nice little wombo combo that you'd like to see played, and an $8 donation for the cost of the tickets. Obviously, additional tips are always welcome. That's how you can help support my content on here and keep bringing wonderful streaming and gaming content to you guys. But it is not a requirement if you're sending something over for a donation queue. So, but I think that's going to wrap it up for the night. Changes I would make to this deck, I honestly just wouldn't play it. Like right now, it's not, I don't think it's very well positioned. I feel like you maybe need some more, like, you have plenty of card draw. We have some counter spells, and remand is the counter spell of choice because of the fact that you can remand your opponent's spell and then cast a miracle on their turn, because it will be the first card that you draw for turn because it's drawing on their turn. So you have some draw, you have some counter spells, you have a little bit of interaction, some board wipes. I really don't know, like, what would make this deck better. Like, I feel like we got paired up against some bad matchups. So maybe I'll run this through another league at some point on stream, and maybe I won't. Like, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not gonna say either way, but I don't feel like this deck is very well positioned in the meta for a modern meta. So I don't recommend going out and spending the you know, $400 or the $500, $600, $700, $800 on Paper Magic to build this deck. It's just not something that I think you guys should do. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. Hopefully I'll be able to stream a little bit tomorrow night. If not, I'm thinking the next day that I will be able to stream is probably gonna be sometime on Saturday, probably during the day instead of late at night like this, because I'll have the house all to myself and then the wife is busy, actually. So yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up with that. I don't really particularly enjoy this deck, and it's getting late, so I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. Hope you guys all have a good night. Hope to see you again.